Hi, AP Statsers. So we are officially 3 topics down and 1 left, and then we are done with this class officially. That actually leaves us with, it's called Inference and Procedures. It's chapters 8 through chapters 12. The one thing I like about this last part of the book is that once you learn chapter 8 and once you learn chapter 9, the techniques you learn in 8 and 9 are just used in different scenarios in 10, 11, and 12. 8 and 9 might take a little bit more brain power just to feel comfortable with it. It is very doable, but just kind of keep that in mind. As you get done with 8 and 9, you actually become better at 8 and 9 as you do 10, 11, and 12. So you're going to kind of get that practice makes perfect towards the end. Please do reach out to me, though, when you encounter topics in chapters 8 and 9, because, again, there are some common topics that some students might struggle with a little bit more. I'm more than happy to Zoom with you. We can chat about it. Come into my classroom if you're in the building. Just know I'm there as a resource to really help you understand it. Let's then talk about some of the upcoming deadlines. Chapter 8 hopefully should be starting if you have not started yet. The official work for this week was from section 8182 in a mid-free response. These 3 days of work here do have a deadline of next Wednesday at 3 p.m. So please make that deadline. We're then going to wrap up chapter 8 with going through 8.3, our free response critiques and things of that nature. The deadline for chapter 8, it's a little bit more spaced out here because what you're going to see here again is that work you're going to hit for chapter 8. The test isn't scheduled until February 10th for that one. And then you're going to encounter some days off that you have for school, that you're not going to have class. So the deadline for chapter 8 is not until 3 p.m. on Thursday, February 18th. It sounds like a ways away. It kind of is, but don't let it lax too much. Definitely make that mid-chapter deadline coming up next week, which is a good portion of chapter 8, being that it's sections 1 and 2. Do notice this last week here, when chapter 8's deadline comes into play, we only have school. It's going to be a block win and then a traditional distance kind of day. Let me know again what you need for any type of support. All those note packets I have printed out for 8 through 12 are in my classroom. There's also some on that distance learning table if you want to swing into the building and pick them up. This quick procedures document too, I highly recommend you have it easily accessible to you, as you're going to have, it's really 4 pieces of paper or 4 sides of different procedures and tests and confidence intervals, all the conditions you have to check. It's a great reference document that will highlight for you what are those conditions I need to check, where do I go on my calculator to kind of get that information, and you should be able to see it there. So what students have used in the past and why I created this is for a couple things. You're going to have to start telling on your free responses, what type of procedure did you do? What you see here in the red is what I would write down as a procedure that you chose. This is the formula for that procedure, which is not necessarily required of you to have the formula if you have the name of the procedure. You are going to have to check conditions all the time. Typically going forward now on chapters 8 through 12, if you start to do anything on the calculator, any type of test or confidence interval, if the conditions are not shown that they were checked, you will lose points big time. So make sure to check your conditions. And again, this is what the calculator screens look like. When you get to doing the calculator tests and confidence intervals that you select, if you have an older calculator and you're not seeing kind of the prompts come up like this, let me know. It's possible we could update your operating system to get it to be more of this newer format, which makes it easier to do these tests and confidence intervals that you're going to be encountering. I hope you're having a good start to your second semester and enjoy the rest of this coming quarter. Talk to you later. Bye.